Hi everyone, good morning. It's me, Miss Zollinger again, and I have another book to read with you today. This one is called Louie and Lola, and it's by our friend Miss Sarah, who sometimes comes and visits our school. These are actually the two dogs that she has, and Lola is her dog that she has at home in Pasadena. So let's get started. Louie finds a home. Louie the dachshund puppy was running laps around the room. 2, he counted as he ran past the couch and in front of the TV. He whizzed past the birdcage. The macaw let out a caw in irritation. Louie had brown and black fur, a long body, and a long nose, and very short legs. His ears flipped and flopped as he bounced his way through this mobile home. 3, Louie counted as he ran past. This time he jumped up on the couch as he made his way past the children as they watched cartoons. Louie was just about to start his 4th lap when his person interrupted. Louie, perhaps you should have a little rest. Today is a special day. Someone called and would like to take you home. This was hardly the kind of news that would allow Louie to rest. In fact, it made him very excited and a little bit nervous. Would he like his new home? How would it smell? Would there be space to run? Would the food be tasty? Would his new person love him? The questions kept buzzing through Louie's mind, and bump! Louie hit his head on the corner of the table. Louie, come and sit. Louie sat, and his ears perked up as a big white car pulled up. She was here, the nice lady who had called. Angel went to the door and welcomed her in. Please come in. We are so happy to see you. Louie sat in attention, wagging his tail and looking intensely at the person in front of him. One ear was folded back as he watched and listened. She was tall and beautiful with twinkling eyes and a big, broad smile. The lady moved toward the couch while keeping her friendly gaze on Louie. If she had a tail, it surely would be wagging too. As she took her seat, Louie jumped into her lap and licked her chin. The kind lady stroked his back with her large hands. You are just too precious, aren't you? And you are so excited, and I am too. The lady kissed Louie's back, and Louie knew he had found his person. He knew his home would be the perfect fit, and that everything was going to be just right. Lola finds a home. It was a cool, breezy Pasadena evening, and the Ramirez family was trying to wake Lola up. Lola, wake up! We are going to have some visitors. Lola was curled up in the corner of the small yard that grew between the house and the garage. She was sound asleep and dreaming of the day gone by. Cashoo! Cashoo! Lola snored loudly as she played in her dreams. Lola was a chubby, round, and wrinkly English bulldog puppy. Her fur was mostly white with a few brown and black spots. She had a cute, squished-up face, droopy cheeks, sleepy eyes, and a nubby little tail that couldn't quite wag but would join her in the bottom with joyful giggles. Lola, wake up! I hear them coming. You need to wake up, Andrea said. Lola tried to open her heavy eyes. She was so excited to greet the visitors. You see, she was the last puppy of the litter to find a home. I do want to meet my owner, only I am so tired, and my eyelids and my paws feel so heavy. Cashoo! Andrea lifted her up, hoping this would wake up Lola. She continued the back gate to allow the visitors in. Two ladies walked in and greeted the Ramirez family. I brought my sister by to see your puppy. She saw her photograph and fell in love. The two ladies introduced themselves and chatted with Mr. and Mrs. Ramirez. Mr. Ramirez showed them Lola's dad, a very large bulldog with a grumpy face, and her mother, a much smaller sized bulldog with quite an underbite. Both dogs were moved into the garage. The family explained that Lola was the last to go, and there wasn't quite much space for her there. She was very sweet and quiet, and while she was playful, her most favorite things were eating and sleeping. It was time for Lola to be adopted and moved to a new home. Andrea carried Lola closer to the sisters. Lola continued snoring as if she were in her bed. "Lola, I'm going to put you down so you can wake up and meet our guests." Just as she placed Lola on the ground, the older, rounder sister squatted down and looked toward Lola as her droopy eyelids slowly opened. Their gentle eyes met, and Lola wiggled her bottom as she moved her tired self into a warm new lap. Lola's soft, wrinkly fur and her chubby puppy weight molded into its new resting spot. This is a very soft and comfortable lap. "I think I like this person," Lola thought as she yawned and licked her new person with a few sloppy kisses. She drifted off to sleep. Lola's person snuggled up with her and kissed her whiskery chin. Lola slept through the kisses and pats that followed. The Ramirez family said goodbye, and Lola snuggled deeper into the arms of the new person. The next morning, Lola found herself in a dog bed with lots of new toys. "I'm sure my tummy is empty. I'm so hungry," she thought to herself. Lola found her food and gobbled up her kibble. The only thing she loved more than sleep and cuddles was food. She was a hungry dog. A meet and greet for Louie and Lola. "Louie, come and eat." Louie ran through the house, past the office and into the pantry, and jumped straight up to his person's nose with a speedy kiss, and then ran circles around her legs. The best part about breakfast for Louie was playing with his person. "Good morning, Louie. There is my sweet puppy. So excited to see you." "Louie, have your breakfast. I have a surprise for you." "A surprise?" Louie got even more excited. He took a quick bite and ran out the back door, past the pool, and back again. He almost forgot to chew and swallow. What could it be? Louie thought to himself. Maybe another squeaky toy? Or a bone? Louie took another bite of his kibble and wagged his tail rapidly. Just then, the sound of the front gate opening altered Louie that somebody had arrived. Without another thought of breakfast, he ran through the kitchen to the front living room and jumped up onto the back of the sofa. This would be the best place to look out of the window. He would now see who was coming. In front of the garden gate came a person in a chubby round white ball with spots. Wait, was it a ball? Louie jumped down from the couch and began barking at the front door. What is it? Who is it? Something very exciting was about to happen. Louie could hardly contain himself. He jumped right up to the doorknob as if he was going to open the door with his mouth. His person arrived at the sound of commotion and opened the front door. Louie couldn't believe his eyes. Was that a dog like him? She wasn't long and skinny. She didn't have the same kind of nose or legs, but she smiled at him, and they sniffed each other. Lola tilted her head. I wonder why he's so skinny and long. Maybe he hasn't had that much to eat. Just then, Louie pounced on his new friend. This was a surprise. This was Lola. Louie ran circles around Lola. At first, she didn't know how to keep up with him. She was so fast. She finally realized she could keep low to the ground and roll on top of Louie, squashing under his weight. This is how the game began and continued until they were both too tired and too thirsty to play. It had been a fun and busy day, and it was time for Lola to go home. Louie and Lola wagged their tails and put their noses together for a goodbye kiss. We are both dogs, said Louie. Yes, same but different, said Lola. This was the beginning of something great. A play date for Louie and Lola. It was early Monday morning, and Lola could hear the coffee maker gurgling from the kitchen. Her eyes tried to open. Good morning, Lola, her person said. She kissed her on the head and rubbed her back. Oh, I like that, Lola thought, but it was morning time, and she was still tired. Guess what? Louie is coming over for a play date, her person said. She could feel her eyes opening, and her bottom wiggled. This was going to be a fun day, Lola thought. She stretched both paws all the way in front and then stretched her back paws all the way to the back. Now I am long like Louie, she thought. Just then, in through the front door whizzed Louie. He went straight through the kitchen and into the pantry barking, Lola, I am here. It's me, Louie. Lola tilted her head and her ears perked up, just as Louie landed on top of her. That's Lola stretching all the way to the front, all the way to the back. Oh, wow, Louie, it is you. Yes, it is. Let's go out and play. Come on, go. Louie ran circles around Lola. The back door opened into a beautiful big yard. It had grass in the middle and flowers and trees around the edges, and at the very back was a tree house. Yippee! Look how fast I can run! Louie raced all the way to the back of the yard and did a U-turn to meet slow Lola in the middle of the grass. He zoomed straight for her and then darted left. Hey, wait for me! Lola ran after Louie, but he was too fast. Lola lay down and pretended to rest. Louie was about to jump over her when Lola pounced on his head. Whoa, Lola, you are strong and, heavy, Louie barked. Yep, I am, Lola replied, and you are so fast. Louie squirmed out from under Lola and took off again. He ran to the back of the brush, and Lola sat up tall with her ears perked straight up and high alert. What is Louie doing? Where is he going? Louie was sniffing around the ground as if he had found a scent to follow. He was just making his way near the little red bush when Lola shouted, Louie, what are you doing? Come back, over here. Lola had a nervous fidget. Louie kept sniffling, and lo and behold, he found a bone. Lola's bone! Ha! Look what I found. Louie ran toward Lola with the bone in his mouth and darted to the right. Lola ran after him. Louie, that's mine. You better give it back. She couldn't catch up to Louie. He was racing around. Nanny, nanny, boo, 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 look what I have. Lola waited for him to turn around and slow down. Then she tackled him. She got it. She got the bone back. It became a game of tug and war, take and run. The two best friends had made up a new game, and each one of them played it a little differently. This is the most fun day, Louie said. Don't you mean the funnest? Lola asked, and the two of them laughed with their tails. The end. And there's a picture of the author. That's Miss Sarah, and that's her grandson. The end. I wonder, do you have a dog at home or a cat? I have a cat here. Her name is Sherpa. Would you like to see her? I'll show you to her. This is Sherpa. She says hello. And I will see you again sometime soon. And in the meantime, keep having fun and wash your hands. See you later.